Hello everyone, it's been a long time, hasn't it? It's usually, I am the talented, the awesome, the awe-inspiring, the very modest Edo here. Hey, how you doing there? And then over to my left here, I have my mortal enemy.
Who am I? How you all doing?
Okay, then and across the table from my mortal enemy is going to be...
Righteous Fury. How's it going?
Okay, and then we have my assistant for the evening, who is sitting right to the left of Righteous Fury, Shadow Badger. Go ahead.
Hi.
Okay, and then our victim in waiting over here is going to be...
Kane.
So, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be playing through Dungeon Saga. And hopefully what we get to do is we get to play through the entire campaign. We're not going to be doing it all today because, well, we can't guarantee that we're going to be here until, well... depends on how much time is left on this video, or how much I can actually take. Okay, so, once again, welcome to Dungeon Saga, and we're going to be playing through the tutorial mission, the very first mission to allow everyone to learn how to play the game. So, we have set up here the first tutorial mission, and we have Who Am I and Righteous Fury, who are playing the parts of... Who am I? Who are you?
I'm Orloff.
Orloff the who?
Orloff the Barbarian.
Yes, well, okay, yes, because all barbarians come from Ireland.
Oh, yes, don't you know?
Yes, and then we have Righteous Fury playing...
Gordon, the Dwarf.
the Dwarf, the Pork Rind,
Yes.
Scourge of the Seven Seas, and Beverly Hills.
Indeed.
Okay, so what we have to do is we set this particular game up. Since I am the most evil, conniving, and devious of everyone here, I am playing the Overlord. I'm the bad guy. And normally what this game is, can be up to 5 players. It's going to be 4 heroes, and it's going to be 1 Overlord. So basically sort of like the GM, if any of you out there have played an RPG before. However, the first 2 missions in this particular box set for Dungeon Saga are going to be tutorial missions. The first one is very straightforward, has Orloff and Warden, and what they're going to do is they're just going to bash things apart. It lets you learn how to fight and move and all of that. The second tutorial mission has the next 2 characters, and we'll leave that as a surprise for the next video. But what you get to do is you get to learn a couple of different things in that particular tutorial mission. Then after that, basically it's all 4 heroes against the Overlord. And so the Overlord can do a whole bunch of different stuff. This particular mission is going to be very straightforward. Basically, they're going to run up to things, and they're going to wail on things, and things are going to run up to them and wail on them too. But one of the things that I have to do, I am contractually obligated by the forces above that I have to read the introduction to the mission.
The necromancer's lips moved without sound as he caressed the intricate runes and magical symbols carved into the door. He carried no torch, not because of the glow that throbbed from the door as he worked, but because he had long since stopped needing a light to see by. So lost was he in the task at hand, so eager to gain entrance to the chamber beyond and continuous quest, that he almost missed it. A disturbance in the upper levels of the hold. Something, no, someone had broken in. He gave an irritated grunt and sent a tendril of awareness up to the entrance, feeling, probing in the dust of ages and the detritus of long-ago battles. There, with a twitch of his senses, he gifted a spark of unlife to the bones that lay there. He returned to the door before the spell was even finished, confident it would deal with whatever fools had broken in and dismissing it from his mind. He had a higher purpose. All I'm saying is that you could have waited a few more moments and I would have had it open. The barbarian grunted by way of a reply. He did that lot. It was beginning to get on Rorden's nerves. The dwarven people weren't noted for their sparkling conversational skills, but this was absurd. He looked around at the chamber. The main entrance hall into Dolgarth was a sorry ruin, coated in layers of dust and the scattered debris of ages past. A rustling sound up ahead in the darkness caught his attention, and he raised his torch to see what had caused it. The flames picked out a sightless pair of eye sockets, staring back at him from atop a rictus grin. Bony fingers clutched a rusted old sword, and a half-decayed leather breastplate hung loosely from the torso. Well now, seems like we have company.
So, that is where the introduction is going to end here, and we begin the festivities. So, we're going to start with hero turn, of course. So, what's going to happen is that you two are going to have to decide what order you're going to be taking stuff in.
Okay, I'll go first then.
Okay, so what's going to happen here is the dwarf can move up to 6 spaces, and then he can swing a bunch of stuff if he wishes.
That's probably what I'm going to do. You said we're able to move diagonal, correct?
That is correct.
Alright, so we're going to go
1,
2.
and you must you must stop there,
Stop there,
because
that's
you are going to be in the front arc of that skeleton.
Okay.
Because once again, the front arc will always be the 3 space. It's almost like a U right in front of the model there.
Fair enough.
You are more than welcome to take a swing at that bad buddy.
Absolutely.
So let me get the stat card here and find out how many that I get. Skeleton Warrior gets to roll 2 dice.
Okay.
So, what we're going to do is, if you roll them down in this area that individuals can hopefully see.
Okay. And Rorden gets to roll 4 combat dice.
Yes, and I'm going to roll my 2, so I'm going to see what he gets first that week. Since this is the tutorial one, we get to see what you roll, and then we'll roll mine, and then we'll compare it like normal. So go ahead and roll.
Fair enough.
Okay, so first of all, what you're going to do is, combat in Dungeon Saga is similar to other Mantic games, not, Kings of War. That's a little bit different. This is similar to the other Dwarven Hold mini games that they have. So, first thing, okay, I'm going to roll my dice here. Yay. So the first thing that the attacker does is discards any dice that are equal to or less than the enemy's armor. And the armor for a skeleton warrior here is 2. So he's going to discard his 2s or less. Then you're basically going to he's going to order his dice from highest to lowest, and then I'm going to match them up with highest to lowest as well here. So he's got a 6, 6, and 3, and I got a 2 and a 2 here. So basically, the 6 beats my 2 here, so I take 1 wound. The 6 beats this 2 here. I take another hit, pardon me. And I don't have anything left to defend with this third thing, so he hits automatically here. And of course, it'll hit automatically since it is greater than his armor, and I don't have anything left to defend. Since he did 3 hits on it, skeleton warriors have the nifty little ability that when they get hit for 3 or more hits during a single attack, they go bye-bye instead of doing other stuff. So, it gets removed from the board there. And what I'll do is I will give him an experience marker for that. So, you have done your turn. Okay, it's the barbarian's turn.
Arg.
So, so flip your token over to signify that you actually took your turn there. Oh, now wait a minute, let's see if I can, do I got anything here? No, I've got nothing. I can play these kinds of cards that I get every turn and whatnot to further mangle the foolish adventurers that have intruded into my domain, also known as Neverland Games in Hagerstown, Maryland. Okay, barbarian's turn. What you gonna do?
Move up to 6, right? Mine at 7.
Yeah, barbarian can move 7. 1. Well, yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I get to attack.
That you do here, and that is also a skeleton warrior. So, so let's remove these here. So, how many dice does the barbarian get to attack with?
5.
Holy moly! I think these particular guys are going to suffer greatly among the righteous fury of the hopped up on hops barbarian. Okay, so if you're going to attack, go ahead and roll them bones. I love puns. Okay, so once again, first thing is good. I'll roll these dice here, and these are going to be for the skeleton warrior. I think he's still dead, but we're still going to go through it. So what's going to happen is that the attacker is going to discard any dice that are equal to or less than the armor that the skeleton warrior has of 2. So we got 3 there. So I'm going to take my highest and go through here. This beats, his 6 beats my 5, the 4 beats the 1, and the 3 gets through, and, oh, that's 1 more. 1 more gone, and you get an experience marker there. Okay, now begins the fun, hopefully. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I get my I get to play one card here. Okay, well, I've got 2 things here. So what I'm going to do is, skeleton warriors get to move a grand total of 4 spaces. Okay, that'll be, ooh, yes. So, yep. This skeleton is going to move up to here. And 1, 2, 3, and this skeleton is going to move up to here. Oh wait, well I gotta do that one at a time here. What was he? He was right there, wasn't he? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this skeleton warrior is going to attempt to attack. With a mighty number of attack dice of 2. So, who is that? That is going to be, so what you're going to do is that you're going to roll the same number of dice as your combat dice.
Now,
you're going to roll 5.
First because you're attacking? Or?
Either way, it doesn't really matter. At this point, someone uses 2 dice. I'm using your dice. I'm using the blue dice from now on. So what happens is that, what's your armor anyway?
His armor is 2.
Armor is 2.
2. So in other words, I take away this die here. And then I'm left with a 3 that doesn't beat your 5, so he's not doing nothing. So, okay then, I've already done that. So I'm going to take this guy and 1, 2, 3, 4, move him up here. Now you're outnumbered. And outnumbered gives me a slight bonus because, well, it's not really going to beat much. You got 5 combat dice, so it's just -1. So you're going to get -1 there, and then...
Oh, 1 less die?
Yes, you're just going to get 1 less. But I still get to roll my 2 here. So you get to roll... Okay. You get to roll, come on. Give me something good. Wow! That was certainly interesting. Stop.
The barbarian gods are looking at you going like, ooh.
Yeah. What I'm going to do is, though, I'm going to play this card. Raise Dead. I can raise 1 pile of bones into a skeleton warrior. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one here. Now, the reason why I did not put a skeleton warrior behind him, which normally would be a good idea, what happened is that those could trigger free strikes. However, when a monster is raised like this, his movement or his action is considered to be over for the turn there. And I've used my 2 other actions anyway. So though when I moved and attacked with both of those guys, those were my 2 actions for the turn. I got to play 1 card, which was Raise Dead, and then that particular model can't do anything this turn. So this is going to get discarded, and this pile of bones is going to sit here. And then what I get to do is I get to draw 1 additional card to add to my hand. And then it is going to be the hero's turn again, in whatever order that you wish.
I'll let you go ahead, Mr. Dwarf.
Alright.
You keep the rear covered, and I'll worry about the front.
Okay, that works for me.
Okay, so I don't know if you just want to... You can just like turn around and then move up if you wish. Or, well, you don't really have to even move right in front of him. Your front arc is those 3, so you could just do that if you wanted. Which is also, if I had no piles of bones left, and I decided, and I only had 1 that was right in front of you, and I wanted to use Raise Dead on it, it would trigger a free strike, so you could basically almost kill it as soon as it came up. So
Fair
that's
enough.
a good... So you moved up, you moved into his arc, you have to stop. Now you're free to cave its skull in.
Alright, using my 4 combat dice yet again.
Okay, and I'll roll my 2 here. Really now? So he's got, once again, he's got armor of 2, which means you got to discard those 2. So you've got 5, which is that. So basically what happens is that this is a tie. Nothing happens. And then he beats my 1 die and inflicts a hit on it. Thing is that skeletons are a little bit different when it comes to wounds. The very first hit, only 1 hit on a skeleton does absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. No effect. 2 hits will turn it back into a pile of bones. 3 or more will completely destroy it. As you can see in the first 2 attacks that they did, they completely annihilated them. So I didn't get to drop a pile of bones or anything like that. So there's only 1 hit, nothing happens, and that particular model stays there. Sorry. Okay, it's going to be Barbarian's turn. What happens is that you are outnumbered, sir.
I'm going to use my special feat.
Don't pull your shoes off again. So what does it say?
It'll make them crumble just as fast.
Yeah. So okay. So what? So go ahead and read your feat. Read what the name of it is and what it does.
The feat is Whirlwind. Once per game, Warloff makes a simple 4-dice attack against every enemy model adjacent to him, including enemies in his rear arc. Warloff's attacks are not modified by anything, but the defenders are modified as normal. I figured by doing the feat, I can take on 2 instead of 1.
Yeah. So okay. So yeah. So it says once again is that attacks are not modified by anything.
Right.
But the defenders are modified as normal. So in other words, what will happen is you don't get the minus. Well, technically, if you would have just did one attack, you would have had 4 dice to hit with or roll. But due using your feat, you got 4 dice as well, and you get to hit both of them. Now, once again, feats can only be used once per game. Only once per game. In order to use the feat, you cannot move or do anything else that particular turn, unless it says otherwise. And I don't know if it says otherwise or not.
Unless you wash directly before them.
Exactly. So roll them bones.
Okay, going after the first one.
Okay, so the one right in front of you there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, all those are going to hit. So let's see if he gets to actually destroy them. So if I roll 2 6s, that would be really, really nifty. No.
Nope.
So once again, we're going to match up just so that everyone can see. Going to match up highest to highest. So in other words, he did 4 hits to it. That gets removed from the table completely. No pile of bones or anything like that.
That was beyond dust.
Yes. Now, he gets to make his next attack again. So.
Oh, not so good on that one.
So in other words, you have to discard all of them of
The 2 2s.
Yes. So let's see. Well, you won't be able to completely kill it. You might turn into a pile of bones this turn, but let's see what happens. Oh!
No.
Nothing happened.
Did nothing to him.
Did absolutely nothing. So, okay, so both of you had actually moved now, huh? Okay, so what will happen is that if I try to move any of those 2 individuals there, or those 2 skeleton warriors, I'm going to suffer a free strike. So what I will do is I will attempt to attack with who's in the back there? Dwarf?
Yep.
Okay.
In the back.
So what we're going to do is they're not actually in the rear arc or anything like that, so there are no modifiers. So I'm just going to attack as normal here. I got a 5 and a 2. I'm attacking, however, what's your armor?
My armor is 4.
Holy dear sweet merciful heck. Okay, going to remove that because that will less than his. So, match the highest to his highest. He had extra defend dice, which doesn't really matter because the defender in this particular game, even if they roll better or anything like that, they don't actually inflict damage. All they are doing is defending themselves. So, my 5 beats his 4, so I would inflict 1 hit on him. So he's going to take one of these. He's going to fill in the leftmost diamond up there at the top there. So what happens is that there are a combination of white diamonds and red diamonds. If all of the white diamonds are filled up with these little tokens here, basically it's all red, that means that that particular hero is injured, and he rolls 1 less die to do, basically to attack and to defend. Basically it's -1 to his combat dice. -1 die, not a -1 total. Okay then, so next is going to be up front here against the barbarian. So you're going to be getting 5 because you're not being outnumbered now. 6 and a 3.
Ooh, I hope I get a 6.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I'll take a...
Okay, so, and once again, he also takes a wound. Impressive. My skeletal hordes are going to... Well, you know, after a number of them eventually take enough damage, you get boned.
Oh, God.
Okay.
What?
The puns are flying fast. Okay.
I'm afraid of being like Liberace and running out of white diamonds.
Wow. Well, thing is, isn't that a Liz Taylor perfume?
Well, that's perfume, and she's in the white diamonds as well, but
Okay.
Liberace had a lot of diamonds.
Yes. Okay then. So I'm not going to use any cards here. Now, one thing you also have to keep in mind is that also during the Overlord's turn, one of my minions cannot act more than once during my turn there. So let's say I do have cards in my hand that allow me to get extra actions. Even though I only have 2 of them on the board, I can move and attack with one, move and attack with the other. even if I would use a card that allowed me to do an extra action, I can't use it because I only have 2 units there, and they can't act again during this particular turn. They can, this round, they can attack or move more than once per turn if I use an interrupt card. But as it is right here, I am done. I'm going to draw a card and add it to my hand. And then it's going to be the hero's turn, so flip your tokens over and decide who's going to be moving and doing what they need to.
Go ahead, Mr. Dwarf.
Alright. Once again, I guess I'm going to forfeit my movement and attack.
Okay,
Time to make like
you getting 4? Let's see what I get. Okay, so I'm getting a 6 and a 2.
Wow, nice. And I
So
got...
you're attacking, so what you're going to do is you're going to remove that 1 that you have there because it doesn't armor. So highest to highest. Okay, nothing happens here. However, I'm going to suffer 1 wound. I'm going to suffer 2 hits here because I don't have anything else to defend against this particular hit. And of course, the 5 beats my 2. So whatever it is, that basically takes him off, and he gets replaced by a pile bones counter. Okay then.
Right.
Now, so flip your token over there to signify that you have actually moved or whatnot.
And I yell back, "Great job, Charmin! You're wiping out the rear."
Terrible.
Then what I have to do is you have to go find a picture of Charmin and put it up on it. Okay, so what's the barbarian going to be doing?
He's just going to outright attack.
Okay. Ooh, he's got this.
Oh, the ones won't do anything.
Okay, so I'm going to roll mine here. I got a 4 and a 2. So in other words, you discarded those. 4 and 2. Okay then. So what happened is that 6 beats my 4. 4 beats my 2, and he's got one more die over that I can't defend against. So, since he did a total of 3 hits on him, he goes bye-bye. And you get yourself another... Oh, and I forgot to give you an experience token. There.
Thank you.
Okay, then. Both of you are done there, then. It's going to be my turn, huh? See what I can actually do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A whole heck of a lot of nothing. A whole heck of a lot of
Can't
nothing.
even raise dead?
Can't even raise dead.
What kind of necromancer are you?
Apparently not a very good one. But it's probably just a shuffling job. Now, it was Shadow Badger who actually cut this deck, so it's going to be his fault.
Way to go, SB.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to draw another card from the deck and add it to my hand here.
I said SB.
So, flip your tokens back on over. Okay, then who's going to go up there? Now, once again, in this particular quest, their whole goal is to simply open up that door that's at the end there, and it behaves sort of like an enemy. What it does, it has a combat dice of 3, and then has an armor of 3, as I recall it. So, which means that they would have to inflict at least 1 hit on it in order to open up that particular door. Yes, a 3/3 there. So, whoever's going to take your turn, take your turn.
I'll go ahead and do that because I'm close enough to make that thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, no. You just stop right there because it's actually in that. As far as I know, it's in that particular space there. So, what you need to do if you're going to try and bash that door down, you're more than welcome to.
I'm gonna bash the
So
door.
you're gonna bash the door down. So I've got 3 dice here. So discard any 3s or less.
Ooh, that puts me. I only got a.
So you got 1 die here. So let's see if I can get a 5. Watch, I'll probably get a 1, 2, 3. And
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Your luck's been
6.
changing a little bit.
Ooh, okay. So the door ain't opening. And then it swings open and smacks you over the head and just, never mind. Okay, that's going to be that. So, flip your token to signify that you have acted. And then it's going to be...
Are you going to interrupt?
I don't think so. And I dropped a card. I'll go ahead. So go ahead and... Dwarf, if you're going to move up there, go ahead.
I'm definitely going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And
So-
I figure I'll turn around.
You're going to turn around there, huh? Okay. Okay, then now it's going to be the necromancer's turn here. And the necromancer is not going to be able to do much here. So, I'll draw another card here. Draw another card, and let's see what I got here.
Whole lot of nothing, huh?
Go ahead. Yep, whole lot of nothing. Honestly, there's a lot of extra commands that I can't use. Okay, so flip your tokens back on over. Go ahead and see what's going on next. What you doing?
I'll do it because I'm here, and you can come up and get it afterwards.
So discard your 3s or less. You got 2 2s here, so that's going to get removed. Hey, you might.
There you go.
You might hit it.
Might get lucky.
Ooh. Okay, so let's order these up here. So 5, 4, 4, and the door gets open. You are wieners! Yay! Okay, so that was going to be the very first tutorial mission for Dungeon Saga here. And what happened is, once again, I am contractually obligated to read the aftermath of this particular one.
The last skeleton dropped under a heavy blow from Orloff's axe, and the barbarian grunted to himself in satisfaction. Roridan, taking no chances after the experience of the last few minutes, stomped down hard on the skull, shattering it under his heavy boot and grinding the fragments to powder under his heel. These things didn't go down easily, and he had no wish to find one of them risen again and at their backs later on. Orloff blew out a long breath and kicked out the dismembered hand lying on the flagstones beside him. So, what now?
Okay, everyone, welcome back to Dungeon Saga here. If you've tuned in for our first episode, that was for the very first tutorial game. That was Journey from the West, wasn't it? Yes, it was. And now we have the second tutorial quest, which is going to be Journey from the East, which is going to be featuring our 2 new heroes. We've got, over here on the left, we have who playing what? Who?
I'm Kane, playing Danor, human wizard.
Okay, then we have, across from him is who?
Hi.
Shadow Badger playing...
Hi.
We'll be playing who?
Madriga.
Madriga.
I did.
Yep, the elf ranger.
Elf Ranger.
So in other words, what's going to happen is this introduces a different element into the game. So in our first little part of the episode here, we had very, very straightforward combat. This one's going to be a little bit different. So we've got a mage and we've got a shooty person out there. So they're going to be using these 2 particular skills to get through here. Now, over here on the board, we have something called a warded door. So what's going to happen is that our intrepid wizard here, magic user, etc., they all work the same. He's going to have to use his spells, and one of his spells called Break Ward, in order to basically break down the ward every turn in order to open that particular door. Now, Danor here, all of his spells, once they're used, they actually have to be tapped, and they have to recharge, so kind of like that right there. So there are 2 types of spells that he can use. They're going to be minor spells and major spells. Minor spells, after they're used, they basically, if you played Magic the Gathering, tap it or turn it 90 degrees to signify that it's been used. However, at the beginning of his turn, all of his spells that he used are going to actually recharge, so they're going to go back 190 degree. Major spells get turned 180 degrees to signify that you can only use them every other turn. Minor spells can be used every turn. He gets to be able to cast either 2 minor spells or 1 major spell a turn. And basically that's going to be one of his strengths. But if you can see maybe his hit points, it doesn't take much for him to actually be injured to make him far less combat ready, so to speak. But then again, he's a wizard. He's not supposed to be up close and personal. On the other side, we've got Madriga, who is more shooty. She actually has a combat dice of 3. However, shooting at long range, and we're going to use this little range rule to determine where they are, or if she can actually shoot something, has to be within range and line of sight. She gets 4 dice to hit those kinds of individuals. The problem is that these 2 are kind of squishy. Danor only has an armor of 1, so basically people breathe on him and he's going to die. And then Madriga over there has an armor of 2, so not that much better, but can survive some more hits. And they do have a couple of other items here. Danor starts with a couple of energy crystals where you can burn them to basically recharge some of his spells, or get some extra dice if you wanted. And then Madriga over there has a healing potion. She can chug that to heal a wound or basically preemptively stop a wound if she's about to get it here. And this map is set up a little bit differently once again simply because there's a little bit more involved in this particular quest. I don't know if it's more difficult or anything like that, but it does have a different element that you have to work with. So, as the Overlord, once again, since I'm the evil person, I get 3 cards to start off. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to start with the hero's turn. So, whoever's going to start.
Ladies first.
The thing is that Madrid can't actually do anything about that door.
Fair point.
You're the only person who can do anything with that door.
Then I'll go first. I'll cast Break Ward. Actually, first I will move one space forward. Just
and if you want to turn,
mobile.
well, the thing is, you
the
can do
wrong
a couple
counter.
of things. Is that you could do that since it's still in your arc, but you want to make sure it's in your arc. That way, you can actually open it, and then no one can actually run behind you and try to get an extra, 2.
That makes sense.
Exactly. So now, you're going to use Break
I'm going
Ward.
to cast this spell,
So-
Break Ward.
Okay.
It's
So
adjacent.
okay, and then what does the text say?
It says, a single magical ward in any adjacent square is reduced in strength by 1.
Okay.
When the ward's strength reaches 0, it is broken.
Okay, so you're going to tap that. So what I want you to do is give me the top token on that stack there. So it was originally strength 2, now it's going down to strength 1. So I'm going to move that over to the side here. So it's going to be Madriga's turn. I don't know if you might... Thing is that you might want to move sort of maybe next to him. The reason being is that with Danor being in the way there, it could inhibit your ability to hit any enemies that pop up. Okay. So it's going to be my turn then here, huh? I am going to choose to do nothing.
Interesting.
Yes, and I'm just going to draw a card. So we're going to go back and do the heroes again. Oh, you guys didn't flip your tokens, but that's fine there. So at the beginning of the turn there, he gets to... Since Break Ward is a minor spell, he basically gets to use it every turn. So, who's going to take the first move? And the thing also, in this particular game, you cannot move through allies.
Understood. To confirm, adjacent includes diagonal.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to move here because I don't know what's on the other side of that door.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Break Ward again.
Okay. And, yep, okay, so remove that last one here.
That
So-
0, so it opens up, correct?
As far as I know, so let's just assume that it does. Because it's the first time. Okay, so you know what? Instead, why don't you just give me the door there? And then I will put stuff out. Put that there. And then I'm going to put something else somewhere as soon as I find the piece. Right here. And then this right here. And that is a one-warded door.
Understood.
And then, it says usually up to the door, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to give you guys sort of a fighting chance. And let you, there's that there, and I've got this here, and this here. And then, what else do we got? You can hear the things about, whatchamacallit.
I've got a bad feeling in my bones.
Oh, and you know what I didn't get to do? I didn't get to read the introduction.
Interesting.
Yes, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read it here.
Danor cursed for what felt like the millionth time as he stumbled over the debris underfoot. The hand that gripped him and steadied his arm was vice-like. He was actually starting to develop a bruise under his robe, he was sure. However delicate and fey the she-elf looked, her strength was intimidating. Worse was the expression on her face, or rather the lack of it. He'd tried talking at first, but the stony silence had eventually been overwhelming. It wasn't that she scowled or even looked angry. He'd have taken any sort of show of emotion as a plus, But regardless of what happened, or what was said around her, since the moment he'd laid eyes on Madriga, he hadn't seen even the barest flicker of any feeling cross those features. It was unnerving, to say the least. He was struggling to stand again when the grip tightened. He cried out, but the elf hissed him to silence. She was staring intently at something behind him. He turned, squinting in the darkness. The rattle of old mail against bone came before the revenant appeared out of the gloom. Danor scrambled to get up, feeling the grip finally release as the elf drew her bow. Looking at her again, he saw a gleam in her eye and a tight grin crease the porcelain features. He was struck by the fact that he didn't quite know in that moment what to be more scared of.
We resume your current dungeon in progress. So that's what we got there. So you open up the ward. You did that. So you are finished there. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be Madriga. What are you going to do? You can move up to 8 spaces and then do an attack. But out here, I don't think these guys are particularly in line of sight.
I'll move into...
You move 8. Well, yep. Are you sure you want to be there?
Yes.
Okay. Now I can. Whoops. Now, you also have to think that skeletal warriors, if you remember, they have a movement of 4. So, is he going to be safe there? No. I don't know if you want to back up maybe 1 square, because they won't be able to reach you that way, as far as I know here. Going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, almost right out of range. Okay, so we got that. Now it's the evil Overlord's turn. How many things do I get there? Oh, I get 2 actions. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play 3 Raised Dead. So, should I do that? Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can, said the little engine that could.
Interesting.
So, we've got, right now, all of these are skeleton warriors. And this is a skeletal archer, bowman, etc. What is it called? Bowman? Archer? Something like that. Skeleton archer. So, the thing is that remember that when I play Raise Dead, to raise skeletons, undead from piles of bones, they're considered to have acted for that turn. Mm-hmm. So, I can't do anything there, so I'm going to discard that Raise Dead that I played. There's nothing else that I can do. So I'm just going to draw a card. And whoever's going to be first.
I want to see how many you take out before I make my turn. Are you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
You want to shoot?
Yeah, short range or long range.
Yeah, well, I think you're in range, sir. So, if you you can shoot either of these. You can't shoot this one because it'll be blocked by the wall for one. So you can shoot whatever one that you want. Choose which one you want.
This one.
Okay, shooting works basically exactly the same as melee combat. So I'm going to give you 4 dice. And then what you're going to do is you're going to roll those dice. What was my combat again for these guys? 2, those skeleton warriors. Okay, so roll those dice. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to discard any dice that are 2 or less. So you're going to discard that one. So I'll roll these 2. I got a 5 and a 1 here. So, wow, he just shot right through its skull. So, what is it, this one?
Yes.
Boink. So, remove that. I'm going to give you experience. And then that's all you can do. You got 1 shot. Yep, you flip that to say that, yes. So, now it's going to be your turn, Danor. I keep saying Draenor. Is that?
One,
Oh, I'm thinking of Lords of Myth
two,
Draenor or something like
3,
that.
4, 5. I have 7.
Yes.
So I could have actually done that in 4.
We have Righteous Fury and Whomai in here, and they're being very quiet about the commentary.
Be quiet.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should have undid that.
Apologies
So.
for that.
Oh no, not a problem. So
I'm going to start by casting this. Apologies. This flame bolt.
does it require line of sight?
It does require line of sight.
So which one are you
however,
shooting at?
I am shooting at this one,
So,
which
yeah,
clearly
line-
is in line of sight.
I'm gonna turn this guy around. That way we
Makes
know.
sense to me.
Yep. Okay. So is that a minor spell or is it a major spell?
It is a minor spell.
Okay. So remember, you get to do 2 of those a turn.
Exactly. And it
So-
also has a long range, if that's... I'm good.
Yeah, I think you're double that.
It's for later
Heck, I
use.
think you're even in short range. So there you go. So what you're going to do? It's this. It basically it's the same thing as a ranged attack. So how many dice you get in there?
It allows me to have 2, however, I'd like to use an energy crystal, which
Okay.
allows me to get an extra one.
Okay, so you're going to do 3. So I'll take this. I'll discard that. So you're going to get 3. And it's still a skeletal archer. I get skeletal warrior. Pardon me. So I get 2 dice. So there's that. So discard any that are 2 or less. So I've got. Whoops. So you're 4 and 3, and my 5 and 1 there. So you did 1 hit on it, but since it's a skeleton,
It does. And
it
nothing.
just went through his rib cage and
fizzles away.
yes. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my.
Wow.
Okay.
Roast
He
spare
loves his
ribs.
Okay then. So you're kind of lucky, is because the okay. You still have another spell you can
I'm
cast.
still able to cast a minor
Yeah.
spell.
Adjacent, I believe, is also behind you. It doesn't need line of sight, so you're more than welcome to.
And I therefore will cast Break Ward.
Okay. So that one is there, and you can give me that there. If you wouldn't mind removing that door and give that to me here.
What's on the other side of the door?
That is what I'm worried about.
There
More
it-
skeletons.
Hell awaits.
Understood.
And a tasty wizard is just leaving his back all the way
I
open.
think you can read
That was a
the
bad
Green
idea.
Master
That
guy
was-
with
You will
the guy in the
regret
green
this.
coat.
You will
I
regret
will
that.
regret this.
You will regret that.
Behind him.
Scared you, didn't I?
A little bit, yes.
That's it. That's it. Okay,
Okay,
so
good.
you open that. So you got those 2 there. You're done there. So okay, flip your token on over to signify that you did that. I don't have any interrupts or anything like that. So you are kind of in a good spot because the skeletons can't get to you.
Good.
Because what's going to happen is that once this one runs up here, it's got to stop. It's going to attack Madriga there. You're going to get 3 dice. I'm going to get 2. So I got to discard any that are 2 or less because of the armor. So you have all 3s. And that one was discarded. So what happened is that you take 1 hit. So I'm going to put that right there. And this other skeleton's going to come up here. Yes, so what's going to happen is, since you're outnumbered, you get 1 less die. So in other words, you're going to be rolling 3 only. So I'm going to roll these 2 here. I got a 3 and a... Okay. Pardon? All 3 to 2, that's 2 dice, yes. That's all because of that. Sorry. Okay, well, it doesn't really... this one didn't get through your armor. And you rolled a 3 and a 2. Matches my 3. Nothing happens to you. Okay. Then what's going to happen? How much do the archer... they each only move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And... Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. I can let you... Here. Actually, I was not supposed to move all those guys. I'm going to just use 1 extra command, and I'm just going to move just the archer up. No. So that way I would have had 3 commands there, so I accidentally stepped up and had to redo my turn there. Okay. I'm still thinking of HeroQuest where I get to move everything and kill everything in sight. Okay, then. So that is all of that. I'm going to get to draw myself a card. And then... it's going to be your turn, so flip your tokens over to designate that you can actually get that. Now,
You reset your spells now too?
Yes, I do.
Yep, he'll get to reset his spells there. Now,
Thank you for protecting the elf shield.
meat shield.
Elf.
Elf needs food
I was
badly.
thinking lunch meat.
Would you like to go first?
Yes. I'm like,
If you want to attack, you're more than welcome to, sir. Thing is, you can't move back unless you'd like to get, if you tried to move back and shoot, each of them would get a free attack on you.
so be a short attack.
Melee.
It'd be melee, it'd be the top number there, so you'd roll 3 dice. So which one are you going after?
Front one.
Outnumbered, so -1.
Okay.
You're outnumbered, so you'd only have 2.
Oh, that's right, yes. Since you're outnumbered, yes, you only have 2.
Actually, for
It should
it
move
may,
back.
because of this unit, it may make sense for me to go first, actually, to see if I can take care of this one.
Okay.
Come on, yep, well, go ahead. You
That
flame
way you
bolt it.
can- Yes. I will try and use burn.
Oh, burn, so that's going to be 180 degrees. So how many dice you get in there?
I get 4. However.
4? That's not fair.
It's at least something.
Okay, and once again, that's a skeleton warrior, so it only
Yes,
gets
it
2. So, are you going to burn a crystal on that? Are you
I,
going to burn a crystal on that?
do I get them back next mission?
I believe you. Well, you'll get some back, I believe it is, depending on what the setup of the next one is.
Well, if I don't use these, do I get to keep?
No. Basically, you just get whatever the difference is and kind of thing. So,
Fine with me. I will burn one then.
okay. So you're gonna get 5. 5 on this. It's a poor skeleton. It's a poor skeleton.
It is, but
It's gonna die.
Crap.
Okay. Well, so we're gonna discard this die because they have
It's a 2.
armor too. So you're getting 6, 3, 3, and poof goes up in a
burn, baby,
Yes.
burn.
And yes, and you get yourself an experience token, sir. Okay.
Wow. Nice shot.
Now, Madriga, you could attack if you wanted now. You won't be outnumbered now. You'll get 3 dice.
You may want to face that direction. Face what's coming to you.
Well, I guess technically he is. Because
I
she's
was
looking
think-
that way.
I was thinking this one's going to be coming down this direction next.
I'm
And
really
it
kidding.
may come down here and attack from behind.
Okay, I don't know if you can actually change facing if you're engaged with someone. Let's find out.
Okay, then.
Can you move and shoot?
That was the reason
can
I
move and
changed
shoot,
my
but
mind and
you
asked if I could go first.
However,
Yeah, if you move back, you're going to get a free strike on you.
he's gonna get a free attack on you.
Can
Yeah.
I fire first and then
You
move?
cannot fire if someone is right in front of you.
And you can't. It has to be move and then action. There is no way you can fire and move and then fire or fire. There's no way you can fire and then move. You do have your feet, though. I do not know what it is.
You can change your facing.
Yeah, so just change your facing.
So you want to face the other direction. That way you don't get like a back attack or something like that. So yeah, turn basically facing you, literally the player. There you go.
His feet's better for if there's more skeletons in that room.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Remember, I also know that too, so I play it safe like that.
Okay, I'm going to use the club.
Club. Well, no.
Combat.
Well,
dice roll.
you only get 3 dice because that's what you have to do up close and personal. So. Oh! Swing and a miss.
Whiffer.
Swing and a miss. Okay then. So what happened is that Danor and Madriga took their turns. So it's going to be my turn here. That skeleton. Let me see what I'm going to do here. What am I going to do? I can play 1.
He missed completely.
Okay, what I'm going to do is, before I move anyone there, I'm going to play a 1 raised dead.
Ouch.
Get myself. So as I can find all the rest of the. Well, the thing is, I can only have 1 skeletal archer out there, so I guess it's going to be a Skeleton warrior, pardon me. So, okay. He can't do anything, but I can move with 2 other ones. So I'm going to go 1. I think I can go diagonally that way. 2, 3. Yeah, I'll stop there.
Yeah, they say you have to.
Yeah, because in the front arc. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, dang it! I forgot that you. Sorry, I'm thinking of other games where I can move and then do all my attacks. Sorry, other. Okay, so what this skeleton is going to be attacking the tasty elf. You're going to get to roll 2 dice, and I'm going to get to roll 2 dice. So, 3 and a 4. Denied. Denied. So once again, I'm going to match them up here. Perfect defense there. So now this one is going to attack. So roll your dice again, and I get rid of that one. And once again, completely denied. Okay, so that's that. I played my card.
That whiff.
Yes, I'm going to draw my card. And then it's going to be our hero's turn, so flip your tokens. Okay, so who's going to be acting first?
I suppose I can go first. Though the only thing I can really do is attack with Flame Bolt at this time, or actually, I'll use this last energy crystal I have in order to recharge Burn.
Yep, so once again it says the crystal may also be used to recharge a spell rotating at 90 degrees clockwise or to cast a spell of any level higher than the caster's own. Only 1 crystal may be used per spell per turn. So, in other words, normally, since once again the burn was 80 degrees, it recharged basically to 90 degrees at the beginning of his turn. Use this last crystal to fully enable him to use it again. So,
that allows me to use 4 dice.
really?
Sorry.
You're not sorry.
Never be sorry to the Overlord.
Skeleton with sad face.
In order to attack McRib over here.
McRib. That's going to be the new term for the Warriors McRib. See, look, that's the reason why McDonald's doesn't sell it anymore. They're all in this dungeon. Ooh, not bad.
All 4s. 4 4s.
You know...
He just got toasted.
I really could have used Flame Bolt for that.
It's a barbecue McRib.
Yes.
It is a barbecued McRib.
Barbecue McRib.
Don't make me hungry, please. And this was, and once again, since there was 4 wounds, completely gone, and you get yourself a nice swirly token.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now you still have the opportunity. Well, you didn't move, so
That was my entire turn.
yeah. So okay, yes, because once again, he can either cast 2 minor spells or 1 major spell as part of his actions there. Now, tasty elf, tasty elf. You can smack it if you want.
I will try to attack it.
Try to attack it. You're not outnumbered anymore, so you can get your full complement of 3 dice. And I'm going to get my measly 2. So discard anything of 2 or less.
Good.
Oh. Okay, so in other words, right here. So in other 6 does nothing, and then but it takes 1 hit. However, once again, skeletons ignore the very first hit, or if you only do 1 hit to them, they completely ignore it with no effect. So
these things are worse than the undead from another game.
Okay, so it's going
I don't see what the problem is. My barbarian and your dwarf had no problem with these things.
Yeah, they're also rolling like 5. They're rolling like 1 billion dice every turn too. So okay, so what I'm going to do is
done nothing to these doors.
I'm going to play 1 extra command, so I'll get to move with all 3 of them.
I'll knock it open.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't do anything anyway. So 1, 2, 3. I have to stop there because I'm in your front arc. Now that you're out,
That is her rear.
That's the rear arc. So you actually. However, here's what happens in this particular game. You always roll a minimum of 2 dice, whether you're attacking or defending. Now, if anything would take it below 2, it reduces your armor instead. Instead. So she is outnumbered, and then this guy is going to be attacking in her rear arc, which means that I'm going to roll 2 dice. However, since you have 1 extra penalty left over, your armor is reduced to 1.
Ouch.
So I'm going to make this attack. Once again, this is the guy right here first. And 3 and a 4.
Oh, hi.
2 to 1. Okay, so what you could actually now normal. Well, you would. Now, once again, it would only be 1 because normally this would technically be 2 hits. But once again, heroes and bosses can only sustain maximum of 1 wound per attack. If you wanted to, you could burn this to prevent the 1 wound, because if we fill this in right here, you're going to get another penalty on top of your dice, because all of this would be basically red.
There's no further penalty though.
Well, the thing is that just in case is that if should be not so much ganged up on or anything like that. So it would still have that 1 extra penalty for that there.
Drink a hair potion.
Healing potion. So you're going to prevent. You're going to prevent. Then you're going to prevent that wound. Good job. Now we got the other guy here. However, he's not in your rear arc. He's in your front arc. So you're going to be getting. You're still going to be getting 2, but your armor is at 2 now because you didn't have that extra penalty. So okay, your armor's 2. This one goes away. So roll your 2 dice. Ooh. Okay. So you will take a wound here.
Ouch. First character in the red.
Yeah, well, and that's me. I can't do anything else. So whoever's going to take your turns now. Thing is, well, if you completely destroy all these skeletons, I can't bring anything back.
That's true. The only thing I can do to help you is actually, may I see the long range for a moment?
Go ahead. And remember, don't forget your feats too.
I won't. I'm going to move the whole way back here, despite the fact that I'm kind of leaving my friend in the dust.
Okay.
And then
Humans always do that to elves.
It happens. And then I'm going to cast Flame Bolt on this enemy here,
Okay.
which only allows me to use 2, not a very strong attack, but
Well, it's only 2. Oh, I thought it was more than that. Okay.
it's 2.
Okay. So we're
But
gonna,
Feet of Stone would have only weakened it a little.
I'm going to roll these 2 dice.
5 and a 1. I will have to get a 6 and pretty much anything.
You need to get like 2 6s or something. Well, let's see here.
Yay.
These, so in other words, nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
1 hit, so basically nothing
to
happens.
but to a
Skeleton?
nothing
happens.
However, since that was a minor, I can also cast Break Ward, and we have to endure this for 1 less turn.
Yep.
However,
Now the thing is that, honestly,
And the hounds of hell will come through the door.
okay, here's one thing that you can think of right here. The elf is already injured.
yeah.
You cannot get any more penalties for being injured. So if you moved back, you could shoot. However, you're still going to take 2 hits. You will survive. But you can move back if you wish to do that. And next turn, he's going to open up the door, and that'll be it there. So, do you want to do that?
Yep.
So, how many spaces you get to move? Okay.
The whole.
So-
1, 2, 3, 4. I can move up to 8.
I'd move all the way to the door. Now, what's going to happen is technically, I'm going to be getting 2 hits on you. Your combat dice are going to be, since you were still outnumbered, you're just going to get 2, and your armor would be 1. So, let's go with the first guy with the mantle. Okay. Okay. So you would take 1 hit. You would take 1 wound. And then the next one here.
Nice. There you go.
And you successfully fended off that one. Now, feel free to shoot. You can't use your feet, though, because you moved. So, you get
4.
Well, you get 3 because you're injured. So you get 3 there. I get my 2 here. So, what was that? Let's see here.
Oh yeah.
Was that enough to kill it off?
Yes, it was.
Was that enough to kill it off? That's enough to kill it off. Which one was it?
This one.
That one? Okay. And you get yourself a Nido experience token. Okay, and you already acted too,
I've
right?
already acted that.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay, so keep getting rid of my piles of bones. But you know what? If I had more on here and I used an extra command, if I used one extra command, I'd have a bonus action.
Oh God.
Wow.
Put your fingers to the bone. What do you get?
Okay,
Bone
so let's
fingers.
see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can make it.
Ooh.
So let me. I'm going to shoot at the. You know what? You haven't been attacked yet,
I haven't been attacked.
and you are wimpy compared.
But I haven't had to use a combat dice yet either.
Yes. So you get 2. And I'm going to. Oops. Well, let me move these out of the way. That way we can see for our viewers.
That's better.
Roll, and you got an armor of 1s.
I've got an armor of 1.
Okay, so
I
still,
took a hit.
yep, and you take a wound, sir, and you are officially injured now.
Yay!
Okay, then skeleton warrior,
Come
1,
back to
2,
the
3,
door
4.
and
He's coming for you. It's gonna be slow. He's coming for you, and that's all I can do. Wait, but I get to draw a card, add it to my hand, and then what the heck is it? And then. Okay, you're free to act. So flip over your tokens. Hey, what I do is these skeletons have been beating the crap out of Madrigo over there. What you could do is you could use your feet and lay waste to them if you wished.
I like to use the feet, so 3 times.
Shoot 3 times. Yep.
Yep.
How many arrows?
So hail of arrows. Yes. So since you're injured, you only get 3 dice. Now what you're going to do is designate who's the first one you're going to shoot at.
Bowman.
Bowman? Okay. So discard any that are 2 or less. But regardless of what I roll, you're not gonna be able to do anything to it. Oh, and I matched it, so nothing happens. However, you still have 2 shots remaining. You can shoot at the same enemy if you wanted. You're really. Oh wait. What did you roll on that? 5. Oh yeah, I still beat you on that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because skeletal archers have an armor of 1. So if you want to shoot, go ahead.
Oh my gosh! This is the most inaccurate elf I've. Oh!
Yeah, he hit it, but nothing happened. So you got 1 more shot, sir.
Most inaccurate elf I've ever seen.
I shoot the sword.
Well, the thing is, you still have a better chance of killing off him because he has an armor of 2. He has an
Okay.
armor of 1. So I was going to discard these ones.
Oh my god! Anthony got my dice rolls. Oh, I mean,
Still, and he defended against that. Okay, so Legends of Myth Danor. What you gonna do, sir?
Who's threatening you more? The archer or the warrior?
Archer.
The arch, because it can shoot. He'll run up and attack for 2 or whatnot, but he's going to be easier to kill off.
He's going to be easier to kill off, and yeah. And
because
the big danger here is if both of them are still able to attack.
Yeah, the skeleton archer also gets to roll 3 dice to attack with. I think I rolled 2 earlier on, but it should have been 3. So he's pretty much a bigger danger there. Because he's just going to stand there and shoot at you for 3 dice each turn.
That opening this door man things, it may
should
bring
end,
some
yeah.
more enemies to us. We don't actually
Well, actually,
know.
that's the exit door, honestly.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that.
No, you can. Yeah, I'm supposed to. I'm basically supposed to tell you that. But
You are?
Yes, but I deliberately didn't tell you because there's only 1 door left. You have to go that way anyway.
Okay.
take the
Well,
human
then
route.
knowing
cut and
that, I should
Cut and run.
Cut and run.
Cut and run.
Okay.
Otherwise, I should burn that. I'm going to pretend I didn't know that, so I'm just going to burn the archer. Actually, no. I'll cut and run.
Oh, but yeah, go ahead and open the door.
I'll just break ward.
Actually, I should have told you the big well, as soon as you opened that up, as soon as you got in there. But that, and the door opens, and you are free to run for your lives.
Another fireball erupted into life from Danor's staff, engulfing the warrior charging him. The dry rags of its clothes caught in an instant, but the thing just kept staggering on towards him in eerie silence, flames licking at empty eye sockets and from its gaping mouth like some abomination from the abyss. Danor backed away, flailing at it with his staff until he felt cold stone at his back. He tried to keep calm, breathing deeply to focus on another spell. There was a crack, and the head, still gouting flames, span away in a lazy arc and hit the floor. Like a marionette with its string suddenly cut, the body dropped to the ground where it continued to smolder. Madriga stood poised behind it, sword still horizontal from the killing blow. Where sweat and dust caked Danor's face, Madriga appeared entirely unruffled, as if she had just been for a quick stroll. It appears that we were expected. Even her words were measured and cold, betraying not a hint of emotion despite the lilting quality of her voice. It appears so, Danor managed between gasps. Would it be okay if we rested for a moment before moving on?
Okay, everyone, that was the first 2 tutorial quests of Dungeon Saga here. What we're going to be doing is we will go on to continue the campaign. I have to double check how many quests are there remaining in the base set.
All of them didn't play.
Yes, all of them that we didn't play. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now there's 8 plus the 2 tutorial quests. Yeah, so there are a total of 10 in the base set here, which is not bad. The base set runs about $80, I believe it is here. And what's really nifty about this, and everyone comments on it, is when you see the box itself that you store the stuff in, it actually comes in a nice book-like, huge book-like box. And of course there is a cardboard cover type, slip cover or whatnot, that when you buy it you can see all the stuff on the back of it. But what's kind of interesting is that actually this particular area in here is that, and you might be able to see, I don't know if it's going to be on video here or whatnot. Let me move it over. There we go. You can see it's actually magnetized, so whenever you store the stuff you can hear it click. And it actually stays closed there. It's kind of a tight fit if you're like me, who tends to keep all of the pieces, even the little cardboard stuff, and keep it in here. It can be a tight fit to put everything back in and keep the rule books and all that in there, but it still does fit as it is. There are the number of different expansions for it. So as we progress through it, we'll go on to the other expansions and do a series of it and play through.
I'm curious if the expansions look like books too.
They do. All of them do. They all look similar to this. I think they're a couple of different colors or whatnot. But what is so? Basically, here you have our Dungeon Saga team here, so to speak, and you've met everyone. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to keep with the same, basically 5 individuals to play. However, we may switch up a number of the characters for different players because, as we discussed a little earlier, of course, off camera and everything like that, Shadow Badger, he loves playing dwarves in just about every game. Every game. And he can run up there and bash skulls in with the best of them. Who am I over there? He tends to like the spell slinger and whatnot, but and then we were sort of just determined Kane here seems to be more shooty type. We don't know. Honestly, we may say, well, they may have a completely different idea of what to want to play during the next part of the campaign. It'll be the first official adventure. However, this one we have all 4 of our dungeon exploring heroes facing off against the big bad Overlord or Edo-lord. Let's call it Edo-lord. That's a lot easier because that means I'm evil like that. So, once again, everyone, thanks for joining us today. What day? Afternoon, morning, evening, whenever you may be tuning in. Hopefully it answered a couple of questions that you had about the game. Hopefully you decide to pick it up. The base set, I think, is around $80-ish. But all of the other expansions generally run about $50. And I think there's about 5 total official expansions out, maybe. Some extra miniatures that you can get. One of the also nice things is the Adventurer's Kit that you get, and you can make your own heroes if you wanted to make your own dungeons, solitaire dungeons, all sorts of stuff. Everyone seems to have had fun here this evening, because we're actually filming this at night. So, hopefully that you'll be tuning in for our next videos in the future, and you will see how many people die under my thumb of oppression. Okay, everyone. So once again, thanks for joining us today. Once again, this was Edo.
Kane.
Who am I?
Righteous Fury.
Show Badger.
Okay, everyone. We'll see you in the next video. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Take care.